Find the compound interest on rupees 25,000 at 18% per annum compounded annually for 2 years. Now, these are the questions based on the compound interest. What is the difference between the simple interest and compound interest? In simple interest, interest will not be added to the principal, whereas in compound interest, interest is added to the principal at the end of the term. At the end of the term means in generally at the end of the year. And some exceptional cases, they add the interest at the end of the 6 months, we call it as a semi-annually or half yearly, and sometimes they add the interest at the end of the 3 months, means we call it as a quarterly. Whereas here what is given, the interest is added after completion of the year, means compounded annually. What are the values given here? The variable P, N, R is given. What to find? Interest to be find. The value of P, principal, it is 25,000. The rate of interest is 18% per annum, time 2 years, interest to be find. Now, what is the formula to find the compound interest? Now, we have formula to amount in the compound interest. It is P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power n. A represents amount, P represents principal, R is the rate of interest, n number of years. Now, just substitute the values, simplify. Now, what is the result? Now, 25,000 principal and 1 plus R is equal to 18 by 100 power 2. Solving this, now 2 9 times, 2 50 times. The result is 25,000 into 50 plus 9, 59, 59 by 50 whole square. So, 25,000, now 50 square means 2500, 5 square means 25. So, 2 times of the value, 0 here 2 times. What about the 59 square? Of course, already we discussed in the previous classes. Now, what is the 59 square means? Whenever the number starts with 5, now what is the square of the number means? 9 square, 81. Now, 5 square plus the neighbor digit. So, 5 square means 25 plus 9, it is a 34. The value of the 59 square, it is a 3481. So, what is the result here? 3481. Solving this, now the cancellation, it goes exactly 10 times. The amount value is 34810. This is the amount. What to find? Interest to be find. Interest to be find means, now when you subtract the principal, what do you mean by amount? Amount is equal to P plus I, means principal plus interest. Now, the value of principal, it is a 25,000. Subtracting this. Now, when you subtract, 0, 1, 8, 9. So, what is the compound interest? Compound interest is 9,810. The option is choice 2. Now, we can answer the same question in other way. Now, what is the compound interest formula? Compound interest means amount minus principal. So, amount minus principal means, what is the formula for amount? Amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power n. When you subtract principal, results compound interest, means compound interest is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power n minus P. Or else we can write the same thing as, by taking P common, 1 plus R by 100 whole power n minus 1. Now, we can use any one of these two formula to find the compound interest. Now, just substitute the values here. Now, I am substituting in the second. Now, 25,000. So, there is the principal value. Now, 1 plus R is equal to 18% by 100 power 2 minus 1. So, what is the cancellation here? 9 times, it is a 50 times, dividing with 2. The result is 25,000. Now, 50 plus 9, 59, 59 square is equal to 3481 by 50 square, it is at 2500 minus 1. Now, 2500 is the LCM. What is the difference in these two values? The difference of these two values is, now 25,000 is a principal. Now, 2500 is the LCM here. When you subtract 2500 from 3481, the result is 981. Now, it goes exactly 10 times in this, the result is 9810. Now, we can answer the same question using the simple interest formula. Now, what is the difference between the simple interest and compound interest? The interest is added to the principal at the end of the term. Now, what is the simple interest formula? PNR by 100. Now, what to find? Compound interest to be find for a period of 2 years on rupees 25,000. Now, I am using the simple interest formula PNR by 100. Now, just look at this one. The value of principal is 25,000. The value of n, the number of years, it is 2 years, and the rate of interest, it is 18% per annum. So, this is a simple interest for 2 years. So, what is the value means? Cancel this. Now, 2 zeros gets cancelled. Then next 2 times of this value, 2 times of 250, it is a 500. 500 into 18, it is a 9,000. For a period of 2 years, it is a 9,000. Then what is it? Simple interest. Now, what is the simple interest for first year and the second year means the simple interest remains same for every year. The first year value, it is a 4,500. Second year value, it is also 4,500. What is the difference between the simple interest and compound interest? Again, interest means charging interest on interest, means we need to charge interest on the previous value. Now, what is the value of 18% on 4,500? 18% on 4,500 means simplify, zeros to 0 get cancelled. The product of these two is, it is a 810. Now, actually 9,000 is the simple interest. When you are investing under compound interest, you are earning 810 rupees extra. So, what is the total here? 9810. This is the compound interest for 2 years. We can answer the same question using a logic. Now, just look at the logic. Now, what is given here? Rate of interest is 18% per annum, 2 years, compound interest to be fine. Now, 18% per annum is just by using the concept of the percentages. Percentage concept means now when the percentage change is given for 2 years, it may be both increase or decrease, then we are using this formula A plus B plus AB by 100. So, what is A plus B plus AB by 100 means? A is 18%, B is also 18%, plus 18 plus 18 plus 18 into 18 means 324 by 100. So, 18 plus 18, 36. Now, what is the value here? It is a 3.24. So, 18 plus 18 plus 3.24 results 39.24%. So, what is the effective rate of interest when it is a compounded, when it is invested under compound interest compounded annually means now 18% for 2 years, which is equal to 39.24%. Now, what is the principal? 25,000. 25,000 is the principal. So, just charge 39.24%. Percent means per 100. Now, just remove the decimal and add 2 more zeros on the denominator. Just removing decimal here. Now, what is the result? Now, we can cancel 3 zeros here, 3 zeros. What next here? The product of this. Now, here it goes 5, 2 times, 5, 5 times. Now, 2, 19 times, 6 times and 2. So, what is the product of these numbers? It is a 9810. The right choice is option 2. In what time will rupees 5,000 amount to rupees 6,272 yet 12% per annum interest compounded annually? Now, what to find here? The time to be find. Now, what is the principal? Principal is given as 5,000 and the time to be find, rate of interest is 12% per annum. The value of amount is given, how much? 6,272. Now, just substitute the values of A, P and N, R. Now, what is the formula here? Amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power N. By taking P other side, it will divide amount. So, what is the representation? Amount by principal is equal to 1 plus R by 100 whole power N. Amount is equal to 6,272. Principal, it is 5,000 is equal to 1 plus R value, it is 12 by 100 power N. The value of N to be find. Now, the cancellation, these two values are exactly multiples of 8. Dividing with 8 means 1000, 5000 means 5 into 1000, 1000 by 8 is 125, 125 into 5 it is a 625. Now, what about the 8? 8 it goes how many times? 7 times, 8 times and 4 times. If you observe these two values, these two are the perfect squares. Now, what is the result means? Now, just look at this one. It is a 28 square and it is a 25 square. Now, what is the cancellation on the right hand side? Now, 4 3 times, 4 25 times. The right hand side we get 25 plus 3 28 by 25 whole power n, whereas on the left hand side it is a 28 by 25 whole power 2. Now, by using the laws of indices, now when the bases are same we can equate the powers. The bases are same here, hence the value of n is 2 years. The right choice for this question, option 2. Find the compound interest for the second year on rupees 15,000 at 16% per annum if the interest is compounded annually. Now, what is the principal? Principal is 15,000 and rate of interest is 16% per annum. What to find? Second year compound interest to be find. Now, first year compound interest, first year simple interest is same. Now, second year compound interest is more than the first year compound interest. How much it is more? How much more means here we need to charge interest on the previous interest. Now, let me find here, let us find the simple interest for 1 year, which is nothing but which is equal to compound interest for 1 year. So, simple interest for 1 year, compound interest for 1 year, it is same. So, 15,000 1 year 16% means the compound interest as well as simple interest is, it is 2400. It is simple interest as well as the compound interest for 1 year. Now, what is the second year compound interest means? Now, simple interest first year 2400 means second year is also we get same 2400. Whatever the compound interest first year 2400, second year 2400 plus we need to charge interest on the previous value. What is the previous value? 2400. On this 2400 now 16%. 16% means 16 by 100, simplify, zeros to 0 cancel, the product of these two is equal to 384. Now, 384 is the additional value we got the second year. So, what is the second year interest means? This is the value, sum of these two. How much it is? 2784 rupees. Right choice for this question, option 4. The compound interest occurred on a certain sum of money at 5% per annum at compound interest being compounded annually for 2 years is rupees 2460. What was the sum? What was the sum is need to find the principal, rate of interest is 5% and the interest value is 2460 and the time period is 2 years. Now, just by using the compound interest formula, what is the compound interest formula? Compound interest is equal to P, by taking P common, 1 plus R by 100 whole power n minus 1. Substitute the value, simplify, results P value. Now, compound interest it is a 2460 and the principal to be find. Now, 1 plus R value is 5% per annum and time period is 2 years minus 1. The cancellation 5 it goes to 20 times 20 plus 1 21, 21 square means 441, 20 square means 400. Now, solving this. So, what is the difference in these two values? Now, 400 is LCM, 441 minus 400 is also 41. So, P into 41 by 400 is equal to 2460. If you observe the value of the 41 and 2460, it exactly goes 6 times. So, 6 times means 60. 6 into 4 is equal to 24,000. Now, the principal value it is 24,000 rupees. The right choice for this question is option 2. We can answer the same question using the percentages. Now, here what is the rate of interest? 5% per annum. Now, compound interest compounding done annually. So, interest compounded every year. Now, what is the effective rate of interest at a rate of 5% per annum? Just apply the same formula, A plus B plus AB by 100. So, what is the effective rate of interest means 5 plus 5 plus 5 into 5, 25 by 100 means 0.25. What is the effective rate? The effective rate is at 10.25. Now, what is the value here? Now, the value when you are assuming 100 as a base, now the interest is 10.25, but actual interest is 2460. Then find the principal value. By doing cross multiplication, 100 into 2460 by 10.25. Remove decimal and add zeros on other side. So, decimal is after 2 places, hence I am adding 2 zeros on the numerator side. Now, what is the cancellation? In 100 there are 425s. 100 consists of 425s. Now, in 125 it goes to 4 times, means in 1000 it is a 40 times. Whereas, this value is 1 time more, means 25 is 1 more time. So, 40 plus 1, 41 time. So, what is the cancellation? 41, exactly, it goes 60 times. 4 into 6, it is a 24, and there are 3 zeros. The result is 24,000 rupees. A certain sum amounts to rupees 30,000 in 4 years and rupees 36,000 in 8 years at a certain rate of interest compounded annually. Find the sum. Now, principal to be find, what is given here? Amounts given. What are the amounts? Amount rupees 30,000 over a period of 4 years and 36,000 in a period of 8 years. Now, principal value to be find. The formula for the amount is A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100. Now, I am applying this same formula. Now, first case it is a 36,000. So, 36,000 is the amount P to be find. Now, 1 plus R by 100 power 8. Now, just by using the second data. Now, 30,000 is the amount. Now, principal to be find. So, principal is P here, R by 100 whole power 4. Dividing the statement 1 with the statement 2. What is the result? P and P gets cancelled. Remaining is 36,000 by 30,000 is equal to. Now, it is in the form of, just look at this example, x power 8 divided by x power 4 means x power 8 minus 4, the result is x power 4. In the same way, now P to P gets cancelled. Now, what is the remaining? 1 plus R by 100 whole power 8 by 1 plus R by 100 whole power 4 results. What is the result here? 1 plus R by 100 whole power 8 minus 4, it is a 4, is equal to 36,000 by 30,000. 36,000 by 30,000. Now, the value of 1 plus R by 100 whole power 4 is given here. Now, substitute the same value here. When you substitute the value, what is the result? 30,000 is equal to P into the value of 1 plus R by 100 whole power 4, just now we derived as 36,000 by 30,000. Solving this. Now, the cancellation 3 zeros we can cancel, 6 times, 6 5 times. Now, 6 here in 30 5 times. So, what is the result? 5 into 5, it is a 25. The principal value is 25,000. The right choice for this question, option 4. A sum of money lent at compound interest amounts to rupees 60,500 in 2 years and to rupees 66,550 in 3 years compounded annually. Find the rate of interest per annum and the sum. Now, the principal value as well as a rate of interest to be fine. What is the data given here? Now, the certain money, sum of money amounts to rupees 60,000, 60,500 in 2 years and 66,550 in 3 years. Now, these are the values of the amount and the period of time. Now, what is the difference in the time period? 1 year is the difference. Now, the difference in the amount is rupees. Now, it is a 5006, means 6050 is the difference in the amounts. What this 6050 represents? It is a interest value. Interest value means interest value for 1 year. Which year? It is a second year value. Now, interest on this value is 6050. So, it is a 1 year interest 6050 on rupees, now 60500. Now, what is the rate of interest? Rate of interest means for 1 year the simple interest or compound interest rate of interest is the same. Now, what is that interest value is same. Now, cancellation, we can cancel 6050 exactly 10 times. Now, 0 to 0 we can cancel, rate of interest is 10% per annum. Now, rate of interest we got as a 10% per annum. Now, find the principal. How to find the principal means now using any one of these two data. Now, I am going with the second data. Now, 60,500 is the amount, applying the same formula. Now, P into 1 plus 10 by 100 whole power 2. The period of time here it is 2 years. 0 to 0 gets cancelled, 10 plus 1 11, 11 square, it is a 121 by 10 square 100. Now, is equal to 60,500. What is the cancellation? Exactly 121, it goes 5 times. 5 times means 500. 500 into 100, it is 50,000 rupees. The rate of interest is 10% per annum. The principal value is 50,000. Now, the right choice for this question, option 2. What would be the interest earned if a person invests rupees 8,000 at 10% per annum for 1 year compounded half yearly? Now, what to find? The interest value. The principal is given here 8,000 and number of years 1 year, but condition is given half yearly. Half yearly means semi annually. What about the rate of interest? It is a 10% per annum. Now, the interest to be fine. What is the compound interest? Compound interest on a half yearly. So, compound interest on a half yearly means charging interest after every 6 months. So, 2 times in a year. When charging interest for 2 times in a year, then what is the compound interest means? Actually, compound interest means P into 1 plus R by 100, but here he is charging for 2 times. So, R by 200 power 2n minus 1. When compounding done annually means you get 100 in the denominator, and whereas here only n, but he is charging for 2 times. So, 200 power 2n. Now, substitute the value, simplify the value of P, it is 8,000. Now, R value 10. So, hence 1 plus 10 by 200 power 2 into 1. The number of years is 1. So, 0 to 0 we can cancel, 20 plus 1, 21, 21 square is equal to, it is 8,000 into 441 by 400 minus 1. So, 20 plus 1, 21, 21 square is 441. Now, LCM is 400 here, 441 minus 400 results 41 by 400, whereas the P value is 8,000. Solving this. Now, 2 zeros, 4 exactly 20 times. The result is 820 rupees. This is the option 3. Now, we can answer the same question using the simple interest formula. Now, what is the discussion here? 8,000 rupees, 1 year, 10%. What is the simple interest? 800 rupees. 2 zeros gets cancelled. So, 800 rupees is the simple interest for 1 year, means compound interest is also 800 rupees. But what is the condition here? Charging half yearly. Half yearly means first half year. First half year means 6 months. What is the interest? half of the 800. Second value means next 6 months. What is the value? Again 400. What is the difference between the simple interest and compound interest? We need to charge interest on the previous interest in compound interest. So, what is the previous interest? 400. On this 400, we need to charge interest here. What is the rate of interest? 10% per annum. Half year means, so rate of interest will become half. So, 400 on this 400, 5% value. What is the 5%? 5% is equal to 20 rupees. So, what is the additional value here? 20 is the additional value. Now, what is the sum of all these parts? 400 plus 400 plus 20, it is a 820. That is the compound interest component on a half yearly for a period of 1 year on rupees 8,000 at a rate of 10% per annum.